Hello and welcome once again to my garage here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. And this will be the next episode in my Junkyard pickup series, which, as you can see, I have already picked up. This is a follow-on to the episode 2 episodes ago where I went to the Junkyard and bought 5 cars, 2 of which happen to be the same car. These are both Ford DLC Mustangs. And I'm going to do them both at the same time because why not? I have already done a little bit of pre-work. I bought interior pieces and body parts so I can strip these down and get them looking nice and clean before I really get into the meats and nuts and bolts of them. So let's go ahead and get to work now, shall we? I forgot. I should have taken this first before I started recording, but whatever, here I am. I hope this, yeah. Anyway, so as usual, I like to begin by removing all the body parts. This one has the bench and the steering wheel in it. It's really annoying that it drops out of the mode that I want to be in so easily. Okay, that one is stripped down. Let's finish stripping down the other one. I think this one has even less body parts on it than the other one did. One fender. It also has the bench and the steering wheel in it, though. Both of these only had one clip on the air filter. Although, thinking about it, I bought other parts, but I didn't buy radiators. It's gonna need radiator fan covers too, and I'm not sure which ones it are. It's probably radiator B, but every time I think I know which one is which, I'm wrong. I want to go ahead and clear out the junk. Some of these things will probably, the body parts, the fender and the hood and the trunk, that stuff is probably repairable. I could recharge the batteries too. It's just not really worth it though. Sometimes I repair things just for the sake of argument. For the most part, since I have so much money, I can just buy things. I just noticed that back seat is called a front bench. That's kind of amusing. What? I'm sure I bought batteries. Well, crap. I bought all the brake pieces. I guess I did. I thought for sure I bought 2 batteries, but I guess I didn't. Oh, I bet I bought a bunch of clip B, didn't I? Damn it, I did. I know better too. Clip A is for the air filter. Let's see which radiator. Yep, it is radiator fan housing B. Let's go ahead and buy those now too. I wonder if I have fuel tanks, because I'm gonna do the tanks too. Nope, don't have any fuel tanks. Go ahead and buy 2 fuel filters, because pretty much every car I have yet, I think, to build an engine that doesn't need a fuel filter. Oh yeah, the ABS module. Okay, let's slap these into the other car. Okay, that's all the body-mounted parts. Now we can commence with the frame and the body, the outer cosmetic pieces. Looks like the factory color of this car is yellow and the other one is white. Okay, that should get this car to 100% body. It is. Shoot that over there, and now we'll do this one. kind of interesting that it had the generic Playway plate on it. I don't think I've seen... I think that's the first time I've bought a car that had that plate. Okay, that car should be 100% body. No, what am I missing? 96%. What's missing? Front window. What? I guess I missed it taking it out. Okay, fling this car over to the other lift. So now we can clean them up. So this one is white. Oh, that's such a pain. Yeah, it's white. And that makes the value of this car now 98 grand, almost 1,000, almost 100,000, with just cosmetic work. And this one is yellow. It's kind of a nice yellow. It's like that Porsche Carrera that I did, the kind of golden. That one was more of a goldenrod color, I guess. And this one is $89,000, slightly more miles. 5,000 miles on that one versus I think it had, yeah, 3,400 miles. Both these cars are trashed, and they only had not even 10,000 miles on either of them. Quickly go ahead and paint them both. Okay, cool. They both look really nice. I have one of these in my personal collection already, so I don't need to keep either of them, so they can both go away once they're done. And I think I have rebuilt and sold a couple of these, I think. I'm pretty sure they go pretty well, like close to $400,000 when they're all built out. Okay, let's rip out the exhaust stuff. Okie doke. So it was, don't need the fuel tanks or that fuel pump. So it's going to be a bunch of front exhaust pipe V8. I actually think there's a performance for that. Yeah, so we're going to need 4 of those. And we're going to need 4 catalytic converters. And 4 middle mufflers. And then the rear muffler was Mustang. Yep, 4 of those. So we'll have nice shiny silver parts all the way across the bottom. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Okay, so that's all the really easy stuff. Now we have to get into the meat of it. And the back end looks like it's full suspension. So we start taking all of these bits out. I'll go ahead and take off the transmission at this point too, and the clutch stuff, because that's all garbage. I'm just going to throw it all away. And I can see that this doesn't have a starter, so I need to remember to buy starters. takes a whole lot of bolting and unbolting. And then we'll just do it all again right here. See, this car doesn't have a starter on it either. I have to remember to buy 2 starters. Okay, so sorry about the length of that, but it's a lot of stuff to unbolt. So let's see what all we have here. Everything that I know I can just trash, I'm going to. The clutch things, I'm going to buy new ones of anyway. I'm not going to reuse those gearboxes, but I am going to repair them and sell them. Those drive shafts, one of those might not be repairable. And I am going to buy performance parts wherever possible. Now I know that this suspension rear end requires 16 of each kind of bushing in each one. So that means I need 32 of these. I should have just flushed all of those bushings ahead of time. What do we need for hubs? The bearings are trash. Let's just buy all new stuff. So it will be 4 rear wheel hubs, 4 wheel hub 3s, and 4 hub bearings. The rear suspension is all going to need to be the shocks are going to need to go away, the springs. So, yeah, okay, let's get rid of this stuff. And the springs. So it was 4 shock A's and 4 shock caps and 4 rear springs and 4 spring caps. And no, the sway bar stuff is going to be trash too. Let's junk that. Sway bar B. Oops, 2 of them. And 4 of the rear end links. Okay. Oh, brake stuff. Because pads and discs are not repairable, might as well just trash those. And I'll just buy all new brake stuff. That should leave pretty much just the knuckles and the suspension arms. Okay, I'll make a stab at repairing this stuff after I dismount the tires, and we'll see if we can repair any of those rims. Those are all sport tires too. 275 40 19. Let's go ahead and buy those. Okay, I can go ahead and trash the old tires. Okay, let's see what we can repair. Oops, something broke. I saw it. Didn't catch what it was, but I saw there's another thing. So I saw 2 things not repair. And so 2 of the rims. Bummer. 1 of the gearboxes. One of the drive shafts. I kind of thought that would happen. So let's just junk this because no, wait. I didn't buy the gearboxes. Let's do that before I forget. those were 19-inch rims. So I can flush this, and this, and this, and that. So rear suspension cross member, knuckle housing A. Okay, so 2 Bs, 1 A, and the 2 of them. And that should be everything. Okay, let's get our tires remounted. Tire mounting happens so fast I can almost get 4 tires mounted before the first one is done balancing. Okay, everything is mounted. You just need to balance up 3 of them, and then we can go start assembling stuff. Okay. Whoops, wrong button. I now have everything I need. Oh, I can sell this. $750 for that, repaired. And I should have everything else I need to get both of these rear ends put in. So, let's see what the value is now. $104,000 for that one. And $92,000. Strange that the value is so different. And it must just be because this one has like 2,000 less miles than the other one. But still. I always like to put the bushings in the crossmember first because it can be a major exercise in frustration if you forget one, and then you have to go find it after everything else is in. And this rear end is kind of a jungle of parts. Once you get everything in there, it becomes harder and harder to be sure. I have forgotten to put in the sway end link too, and then you look at the parts list and it tells you you're missing something, and then you dig through it. It's like, oh, I'm missing that, and then you have to try to navigate into it. I've done enough of these now that it's not as much of a problem as it used to be, but I hate to miss them ahead. I hate to miss them when I'm putting them in. And that one silly little bushing at the bottom of the knuckle housing. Okay, that's all of the suspension parts. Now the wheel assemblies can go on. They could go on anyway, but I like to do them this way. Okay, that rear end is all done. Okay, suspension is done. Wheel assemblies go on. Okay, so the full back end is all done on both of these. 125,000 on this car and 137,000 on this car. Okay, now let's do the front. And I don't have any excess parts floating around except for things I haven't done yet. I like to check and make sure I haven't bought too many. I like to make sure I haven't bought anything extra, or that I have anything that I forgot to put on before I move on to the next part. I see this car has front shock absorber A. That's a little bit different. I think everything else I've done so far has been just the double wishbone shock. No, I'm going to take the sway bar off. At least I remember with shock absorber A is going to be sway bar A, and I think it's just a regular, no, it's sway bar B. Okay, one side done. Once again, we're going to be buying a bazillion bushings. Well, actually, since this is not a double wishbone, that means there's 4 less bushings than usual on the cars that I usually build. It'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 16. 16 regular bushings. Okay, the front end is out of both of these. So now we go ahead and buy, well, I'm going to flush the bushings first, because I know I have a ton of them here. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, yep. I'm gonna whack the tie rods because I know those are all trash. And the sway bar stuff is trash. Might be able to repair the steering racks. I will leave... Well, I know the hub bearings need to go, and the hubcaps need to go. Yeah, I'll just get any front wheel hubs too. Oops, I only bought 2. I need 4 of each of these. Okay, so I can whack these now. I'm gonna get rid of all the brake stuff too. That rim is 5%. I bet you it won't be repairable. This one is 8%. This one is 38. That's marginally better. Okay, that's all the front shocks done. And this one is 19%. Let's go ahead and buy the tires. 255, 40, 19. Alright, let's see what we can repair here. I saw something fail, and there were only 2 rims that came through there as repairable. Yeah, the 2 that were the worst were gone. We repaired 1 rack, both of the 1 cross member. I think it was crossmember C. Better make sure. It was. Two crossmember C's and 1 front axle knuckle cover and a steering knuckle D. That should be all the parts we need to reassemble the front end. And And once we get all the tires mounted and balanced, we'll be set. That should be the last one. Yep. Okay, let's commence to installing parts. Here's a nice view inside the air filter cover. I always like how the camera gets jerked around through things. I had a moment of panic there. I thought maybe I had bought the generic, not the ventilated brake disc, which would have been bad. It's always ventilated on the front and standard brake discs on the back. Okay, the car looks pretty good, even with no engine, even with no functioning engine in it. There's not really even an engine in it. There's a block. It has pistons in it. That's about it. This engine has a bit more to it. It has heads and an alternator and stuff. The other one has like nothing. That's probably why this car is worth more, because there's more parts in it. Even if the parts are trash, the game likes it more if there's a part there as opposed to nothing. I occasionally lose the little white dot that's your pointer. I occasionally lose that. If I could get somebody to mod a larger pointer thing, it would make me happy. If I had any idea how to make a mod, I would do it myself. But I have no idea. Did I put the bushings in on this side? I didn't. I see one there, and there's one at the front. That there is what you don't want to do. You don't want to forget your bushings. Okay, and that car is all cosmetically done too. $161,000. Parts condition at 57%. And the other car is $152,000 with a parts condition of 55. So let's drop them down so that I can get the remains of these engines out. So this one is $365, and this one is substantially more complete. That's why the value likes on this car was higher. With no engine, $149,000, 52%. $149,000, 54%. What? 54? Did I say 54 or 52? 52. Why is that global parts condition 52? And the other one is 54. They should both be identical right now. I don't see anything missing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to, let's see. Yeah, let's throw this one on there. I'm going to see if I can repair the crankshaft on the block at least. Oh, I thought there was a piston in there. There's pistons on one side. Okay, pistons are not repairable, and I'm not going to be using them anyway because I'm going to put in the performance ones, which means I need 16 of both. And I will also need 16 spark plugs. Did I buy fuel filters? I have a memory of buying a fuel filter. Oh, I did buy fuel filters. Good. That means I can go ahead and flush these piston pieces. Okay, let's see if we can save either of these parts. Not the crankshaft. So repaired the block, not the crankshaft. Okay, let's go ahead and strip out this one, because the other one had so few parts. I want to make sure that I buy 2 of everything that I need. I want to make sure to buy 2 of everything that I need. And some of these, like the power steering pump and the alternator, are probably repairable, but I'm not going to use them because they're not performance pieces. The water pump might repair. The crankshaft pulley and the roller will not. And yeah. I know that the engine is going to need the belt tensioner, so let's get 2 of them. Okay, so I can whack this, and this, and this. I'll buy two rollers and 2 pulleys. I know there's more rollers that this thing needs. And that serpentine belt. I'll bet this engine needs both of these, so I'll buy 2 of each. Okay, let's see if this water pump is repairable. It is not. Okay, now we can start taking more stuff off. Let's turn it over, because it has heads and cams. It has heads on it, and cams, and the timing cover, throttle. I'm not going to use that. Because I know there's a performance throttle, performance fuel rail. Throttle B V8. No, you know what? There's not a performance version of that. I know the fuel rail DI is here. Yeah, the throttle B V8 is not a performance part. The manifold is, however. And I think this is the right exhaust manifold, too. Yeah, throttle B V8, two of them. Don't need to keep this or that. Let's see if we can repair the timing cover. That's good. Only means I only need to buy one more. Okay, let's see about these timing bits. 2 shoes. No, correction. 4 shoes. Okay, so 4 of these timing shoes, a bunch of V8L bits, timing chain A and BV8L. No, 4 of those. 4 of each of these. So all these cam gears means I need 4 of each of these, cam gear A and B V8J. No camshaft. It's got the engine heads. Unless the camshaft isn't V8J, unless it's something else. Oh, this has camshaft caps. 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 32 of these camshaft caps I'm gonna need. And it is camshaft V8J. So I need 2 each of these. That should be all of those parts. So I need 8 of these. And I need 32 of these, which means, because that's 16 per engine, 20 and 12 is 32. It's going to be a lot of bolting. I warn you about that now. Got all the cam gears and cam shafts. Got all the cam bits and pieces that I need now. And that should be, yeah, the heads and stuff are all here. Well, we just have to hope that we can repair this block. And this one has a bunch of caps on it. I forgot to check and see if this thing had any of the crankshaft caps or rod caps in it, and it doesn't, so I need 16 rod caps and 6 crankshaft caps. I bet I won't be able to repair that crankshaft either. Let's get our rod caps and everything before I move any further, because it'll be annoying to not have them. So 16 of these. And then 6 of these. Okay, let's see what kind of repairing we can do. Yeah, I couldn't repair that couldn't repair that crankshaft either. It's going to need... It probably uses the V8 oil pan. I'm not sure. You know what? I don't even know if it needs... I don't know which oil filter it's going to use either. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yeah, it is oil filter V8. Good. This is going to be one of those ones where I can install the clutch pieces while they're clipped through the engine stand. It is the generic oil pan. I thought it might be, but I hate to buy the wrong parts. And actually, that means we should have every single thing we need to build 2 of these engines pretty quickly. Although I just realized, I know that there's like some coils and covers and other stuff that go on top of the engine that I forgot about. Yeah, this engine cover, I'm going to need 2 of these, I know. And there's probably... yeah, like these coil covers too. Yeah, I'm going to need these. I'm sure I'm going to need these coil covers, and I'm sure I'm going to need ignition coils. Oh god, and even head covers, I don't have those. Got a little bit ahead of myself there. Yeah, I knew there was going to be another roller in there somewhere. So I need to get 2 roller A's. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start putting in the caps now. So engine head cover A, presumably there's a head cover A and B. Engine head cover A, so I will need 2 of those and 2 of those. 2 each of the coil covers and 8 coils. Sure looks pretty, doesn't it? From this side. Until we swing around to the other side. And now I will screw in 8 more camshaft caps. Okay, that's one complete engine done. Make a quick turn around it. I don't see anything that needs to be installed still. Perfect. So now we can take this one off here and put it in our pocket. And we can start doing another one. And since we only have one complete engine, it means we have to go find it in here like we're building it from scratch. And it was the V8 Coyote. There she is. Woo woo. Sure goes faster the second time. And we're back to the interminable bolting part. Get the spark plugs in in, and all the and all the crankshaft caps. I wish there was a way to like pre-install them, sort of, where you could place the caps and sort of get your camera down at one end and do them all with, you just hold the mouse button down and have it do one boom, boom 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 down the line. Because this is tedious even for me, and I enjoy this stuff. Did I not? I must have only bought 8 coils. Crap. You know what? I know why. I was almost done assembling that other engine, and I was just thinking I need 8 coils to finish this thing. So all I bought was 8 coils. I should have bought 16. I do much prefer the V8 engines that have rocker arms. The rocker, like the rocker arm is, I don't know, and they call them both rocker arms if it's just a single piece where you have like one little one that goes, or 2 that go on each valve. But the rocker arms, like on the V8H, on the Hemi engine, where it's one long rod with all the arms hanging off of it, so much easier to install. So much less mind-numbing than bolting in so many of these things. Doing it on a V12 engine is even worse. Okay, that engine is done. That's 2 engines all finished. And we can stick this one in our pocket too. Just like that. Oh, isn't that pretty? Now they both have a nice, shiny new engine in them. So let's get oil in these. And I'll send them both up because I need once the oil is in, I need to get in there and put in the drivetrain as well and the starters. Okay, that car is done. Oops, let's bring it down. Global parts condition 98. What the hell? What did I miss? Oh, oh, jeez. I didn't put the clips on the air filter cover. Oh my god. Do I even have clips? I do. Okay, now they're 100% across the board. Yep, 100%. So let's send both of these to the dyno and see what we've got on them now. So the factory engine power is 437. We'll probably get, I want to say 800? $747. Still highly respectable. And the other car should do the same, since they're identical now. Exactly the same. Alright, here they both are, side by side where they started. Of course, now they are complete. And this one is $280,000. $56,000 resto bonus. The other one is $280,056. So we're at the same value finally. When the value was weird, when this white one was a bit more valuable than the other one, but now they're both exactly the same. I hesitate to try to drive one of them because the sport tires that are on them have zero traction. It's like driving across a sheet of ice. We'll see how fast I can get it to go. I'm gonna spin all over the track though. It looks really good out in the sunlight. The metallic, it looks good. I should try the pearl scheme one of these days. Oh well, let's see what happens. I'm gonna slide all over the place, but what the hell? Straight line. Since I don't have a steering wheel, I'm doing this with the keyboard. 180? Can we get 190? Okay, time for these cars to go. I already even have one of these Mustangs in my personal storage, so I have no need to keep either of them. And yeah, 280 plus 56 is what? $336,000. Yeah, 336. We'll clear 600,000. 600 and probably 660 something thousand. Yeah, they both sold for the same, so 336 times 2, $672,000 and change. Yeah, I can live with that. And this is really, I mean, even playing the game, since I completed all the story orders ages ago. There's nothing but regular generic orders that come in now. Sometimes I do a bunch of these just to get more cases. Ferrari F50, that's a mod I downloaded. GTR, I haven't worked on that car either. Oh look, the Chiron is here. This Camaro is actually kind of a terrible mod. I keep meaning to delete it, I just haven't done it yet. Anyway, so this episode is now concluded. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. I will be doing another one soon, and hope to see you again then. Bye for now.